Hi, this is Chinmayi and this is going to be, it's about almost 1 in the night. And my Kadama Unarchi, so much love I have for my Kadama Unarchi because today I am going to be demonstrating to you about my nighttime beauty routine. So let us get right into it before I fall asleep. And to start off, let me just wear my bunny eared headband. I'm very kicked about this because it's new, because we always use stuff that when it's new and then we forget about it, right? Well, I'm no exception, and now I am going to be using the Nalpamaradi Tailam, which a lot of you have been asking me where to get this. This you will get it from the Arogyamrutham Vaidya Sala on GNCT Road, opposite Pitti Tyagaraja Hall, if I understand that hall's name correctly. So just massage this in. They actually say as much time that you take to get ready in the morning or to apply makeup, there is the amount of time that you must spend in removing it as well. I can actually imagine that. That's way too long. But any which way, it's just emphasizing the need to make sure that your makeup is thoroughly cleansed. So I'm just going to be wiping this off first with a wet wipe. This is the Cara Depot Cleansing Skincare Wipe. So I think this also makes sense. It will remove the oil and you'll also use less water while you're cleaning off your face with all the oil. Otherwise, you'll be ending up washing your face like 2 or 3 times, and that doesn't make sense. One shouldn't waste water. I heard this really interesting quote while I went on some sort of a nature walk, that குடிக்கிற தண்ணி நெய் மாதிரி யூஸ் பண்ணோம் அப்படின்னு தேவைக்கேற்ப. So I thought that was an interesting, that you must actually use only as much water as you use ghee. தொட்டுக்கிறதுக்கு அப்படிலாம் கேட்கக்கூடாது. But I think the essence of that is to be prudent in the usage of water, I guess. And now that has been wiped off, I shall now be using, this is new, this is the SanDaWha Natural Mild Cleansing Oil, and I actually am finding some good use out of this. I like how it smells. Now this is an emulsifying oil cleanser. So I am used to using the Nalpamaradi on a daily basis. So if you are using one of these oil cleansers, I guess you really don't need to be using an oil before that. But I am going to be using an oil anyway, and I think my skincare regime is slightly a mixture of Ayurveda and Ayurvedic components, I would rather say, and K-beauty and some Japanese beauty and some Taiwanese beauty. Basically the Asian beauty regime. Now I shall go and wash this off, and right after this I shall be using a foam cleanser. And instead of a foam cleanser today, I am going to be using the Etude House baking powder, which is the BB Deep Cleansing Foam. It's been a while since I used this, and this has a slightly gritty feeling, so I'm going to be taking this much. Actually, even this much is not necessary, honestly. So this actually foams up. Be gentle around your eyes, don't tug, don't pull. That's probably the only thing that I'm going to tell you. And I'm slightly afraid of opening my eyes because I think it might burn. So I'm starting with my toner, which is the Yuja Water Toner from Skin Food. As I told you, this is one of my favorites. So this is a couple of drops. So I'll just pat it directly onto my face and neck. I actually should have put the Luna Sleeping Night Oil today on bare skin, but I forgot. But I'm going to still put it over my toner. This is not the preferred step. They actually tell you to use the Luna Night Oil. This is from SanDaWha, by the way. This is this very interesting blue liquid. It looks like ink. So I have a tendency to just put a couple of drops onto my face. This is a, what do they call this? This is a next generation retinoid oil. So I'm at this point in time where I've hit my 30s and I should be working on my aging. So this is when fine lines and age spots and everything start creeping up. So if there's anything as sure as time, it's aging. Okay, so this contains trans retinoic acid, and I've actually liked using this ever since my I didn't finish that sentence. I liked using this ever since my trip last year to the US. Now this is the SanDaWha Good Genes. This is an all-in-one lactic acid treatment, and this deeply exfoliates the dull surface of the skin for clarity, radiance and younger looking skin. So it's usually advised that you can wear the lactic acid on top of the Luna Night Oil, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. A lot of people have this very dainty way of just patting it and all that. I'm not so dainty. So excuse me, someday I think I should learn to be a little more dainty and ladylike. That'll be nice. You know, when I was growing up, my grandmother used to say, "Taataka vari nadakade" and all that. So, adala na paathirken, okay? So I think I still have some parts of that in me. I think this is some sort of a chatty get unready with me. Like a lot of people say on YouTube, there will be a get ready with me soon. Now it's time for the essence. I'm going to be using the Missha Time Revolution Intensive Essence. First off, take a few drops. Now taking the Cosrx Galactomyces 95 Whitening Essence. Since I don't really have a mirror in front of me, I'm just winging it. I have a tendency to rub the excess onto my palms and my hands. Next up is the NIOD Pigment. I'm almost running out of this, which is a good thing because, as I told you in my review, I don't see this giving my skin too much value. So I'm not going to be repurchasing this, but I shall finish it. A lot of Asian beauty regimes tell you to press the product in rather than rubbing it. So keep that in mind. Don't tug at your skin unnecessarily. Actually, basically don't tug at your skin at all. It's not good. Up next is the SUM37 Time Energy Skin Resetting Repairing Serum. And this I shall take onto my finger and dot it. I love the fragrance in the serum. It has this nice herbally lovely scent. I love it. I think I'll definitely repurchase the serum unless and until, you know, the Sulvasu serums are really expensive. Of course I use that as well because I was smart to get the samples, you see, so that helps. This is the SCINIC Honey All-in-One Ampoule. I'll just take a couple of dots of this. This is a really big jar. This is about how many ml is this? Sorry, 250 ml, and this lasts a really long time. I would definitely suggest it and enjoy. And now I'm going to be using the eye cream. This is the Loccitance Regard Divin. Regard Divin. French is such a beautiful language. Okay. So I'm also almost running out of this, and I'm waiting to try something new. This was a birthday gift, so we're just gently going to be patting this around. As I said, never tug at the skin, especially not around your eyes, because the skin here is the most sensitive, it's the thinnest, and it will bruise very easily. And now that that's done, it's time for the cream. This is one of my holy grail creams. This is perfect even for summer, even if you're in a really humid place like Chennai. This is Mizon Snail Recovery Gel Cream. Alright, so this is lightweight snail gel cream with about 74% snail secretion filtrate apparently. Alright, and now it's time for my oil step, and this is definitely the penultimate step, and this is the Kumkumadi Tailam that I really love. This is from Vaidya, and this is going to be a couple of drops onto my skin. I don't know if it was more than a drop, so excuse me. I don't have a mirror in front of me, so I'm not sure. And that's that. And the final step is the sleeping mask, and this is the voicemail mask from NIOD, and I'm trying this. What I like, I think I perhaps mentioned this in my unboxing video while I was using this. A lot of the NIOD's products, at least there are a couple of masks that I'm trying, they have this very Ayurvedic smell. It's almost as if I am trying something from a local Ayurvedic store. The consistency, the color, the fragrance, everything is, it's almost like I'm using some Lepam or, Tailam or something like that. This actually smells a little bit like one of those, I don't think it's Murivenna, one of those oils that you use to take the pain off your joints, kind of. And finally, yes, I told you finally a while ago, this is actually the Bio Lipid Concentrate from NIOD. I don't even know why I bought this. I thought this was going to work on the pigmentation on my lips, but this is not what it is for. I kind of misread the instructions. I don't know what I was doing. I just picked it up, and this is not for, it has nothing to do with pigmentation. It's not going to help you remove or reduce pigmentation in your lips, number one. It's apparently something to give your lips a little bit of a plumping effect, and that's definitely not what I was looking for in my life. Anyway, that's that. Now I'm going to be using my Clarisonics massaging head, and then massage all this into my skin for a couple of minutes. This is the Clarisonics massaging head. This is the massaging head. This is the Clarisonics Smart Profile device, which I got a few years ago in Singapore. And I have loved using this. Now, at least at the point in time that the Clarisonic was in the market, then it was only a device for sonic cleansing, and they had different types of brushes for cleansing. There was deep pore, and then there was this one which was having a very soft brush head. So I think they called it the Luke's Cashmere brush head or something like that. You'll find it in Sephora or Ulta. If you're looking at those websites. So once they came out of the massage head, I was really excited, and I was even more excited when they came out of the foundation brush early last year. And I've been using it a lot, to be honest, and I'll probably do a review on that as well. And now this this particular massage head, they advise you to replace every 3 months if you're using it consistently. I take a little longer than that. Well, so go upwards with this device, and if you're thinking of buying this device, definitely wait for the sale time and then buy it. So ladies and gentlemen, this is my extended nighttime Asian beauty routine, because one of you actually left a comment onto one of my videos saying, how can you call this Korean, that particular brand is Hada Lobo's Japanese. Yes, it was a slip of the tongue, but mostly this is an Asian beauty regime because some of the products that I use are also Taiwanese. So that's about it. Before I go to sleep, I also dip a spoolie. A spoolie is basically the the end of the mascara wand. So I dip a spoolie into hair oil, which my mother made, which is a mixture of almond oil, castor oil, some coconut oil and black jeera. That is something that helps your hair grow. So she made an oil out of that, so I use that onto my eyebrows as well, just a little bit, and I call it a night. Yes, there are days that I don't have the energy to go through with all this, neither do I have the patience. So on those days, all that I do is just go through with my double cleanse, and that's about it, and I plonk into bed. If you can just go ahead and do your double cleanse on a daily basis, even if you don't have the energy to follow through with such an extensive routine, that's absolutely fine. But if there's anything that I would insist time and time again, always double cleanse in the night, and always use sunscreen during the day. That is perhaps the two most important things that you can do to take care of your skin, and that's about it. If you have any more suggestions, please leave your suggestion in the comments down below, and I shall go ahead and address it, and I shall make sure that if you have any requests for any other videos, let me know about that as well, and I shall get it done for you. Until I see you in the next video, this is Chinmayi saying bye.